y'all doing? We're finally back with the Whitey Jenkins Show. We've been away for a while, but now we're here with the first episode of what Smokey's calling Season 2 of the all-new Whitey Jenkins Show. As you can see, he's made a new cheesy intro with that goofy-sounding song, and I'm guessing him and the new co-host have co-conspired on making my show a little cheesier than it was. But Smokey said since all this new fancy Dan production shit they've been doing over there on that Cheap Heat show has been working, he wanted to implement it on here too. So here we are. So without further ado, let's bring on the man who's now my co-host, Upbeat Zanders, apparently. How you doing there, Zanders?
Whitey Jenkins, how's it going? How are you doing tonight? I was told by Smokey that I was going to just be like producing, and then he threw the co-host thing on here because he kind of saw that you might need a little bit of coasting into this position. But mainly I'm here to kind of help produce the show a little bit more. Smokey thinks that my new attitude's positive. I think it's a good thing for the whole show. I'm glad you agreed to it, Whitey. This is great.
Well, I mean, Smokey kind of strong-armed me into it. It wasn't nearly that I agreed to it. It was just... Hey. He said that we had a contract that we had gone too long without putting on shows, and we had to start putting them on. And he said that I got a good idea. I'm gonna bring Sanders on the show to bring some positivity. Yeah. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Are you talking about all this garbage he's putting on the damn Twitters and Facebooks and all this? What is all that nonsense? What do you? I mean,
so I mean, I'm happy you're not blocked. I've had Twitter, still got Twitter. Elon Musk hasn't kicked you out of it yet, but you know. Is that
a cologne?
No, he is one of the richest men in the world. Anyways, Whitey, I'm sorry. We're going to get off track and not talk about things that we should talk about. So, yeah, I've been trying to have a better mindset about doing more like Twitter updates and kind of being more out there, open for everyone to kind of jump on the bandwagon. So, but like I'm posting a whole lot, and I see that like Smokey came to me and he was like, well, we've got to get him a little bit better of a mindset. And as soon as he said mindset, I was just like, me and Smokey get each other. This is where the good content's going to come from. So, Whitey, I'm here to kind of keep you in a great mindset. So whenever you feel like, oh, I don't want to do these shows because they're just difficult and I don't have the help I need, I got you. I'm right here for you, Whitey.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
This is going to be great.
Yeah. Hey, I even talked to Smokey. There's some we've even got segments. We've got segments on the Whitey Jenkins Show. It's not just you shooting from the hip anymore. I think it's a whole different thing. I think this is going to be like a positive thing instead of so sad and upbeat.
I mean, I got Smokey texted me a format.
Yeah. Well,
I thought he said he was sending me a floor mat for my truck, but I got a text message.
Do you need one?
So the first, yeah, I really do, because there's a hole down there, and my foot, the heel of my boot keeps going through
We'll talk to the money man, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Okay.
So the first segment he's got listed here.
Okay.
Is
this okay? Here we go. Sorry, I didn't know if there was music. I didn't know if there was music with that.
The best, worst thing of the week. So this is of all the terrible things that's happened this week. This is the best one right here. So This is a news story. And by the way, folks, not everything we do on here moving forward is going to be wrestling related. There's going to be plenty of wrestling stuff on here. Don't worry. But right here, we got a story. Come on, Smokey. What the hell's happening? There we go. A Florida man was arrested after stealing a crossbow by trying to stuff it down the front of his trousers. Now, what do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know where else he was going to put it. I feel bad for poor Smokey right now. He's absolutely – I didn't know he was – I guess maybe this is where I should be a better producer and kind of help the show. But, I mean, that's unfortunate for him. I don't – he had a
I mean, would you stick a crossbow down the front of your britches?
Well, I would never steal. I would never steal anything like that. And, like, the whole thing with, like, this violence, especially with weaponry, I don't understand it. So it's not something like it would be something like if I was going to have to steal bread to give to like some poor person on the outside, how I would do it is definitely not stick it there. Like, you've got to find.
No, you wouldn't want to stick bread down there if he's giving it to some poor person.
Well, I mean,
they wouldn't. They wouldn't appreciate that.
But just no.
Where would you stick? Let's just. All right, we've established you won't shove it down in front of your britches. Where would you stuff bread if he's going to steal it for a poor person, such as myself?
I wouldn't. You're not a poor.
I want to know where this is coming from before you bring me bread with my.
Well, I mean, it would definitely not be about my trousers, as they said. It would have to be probably on the sleeve, maybe just like right up the armpit area, so you can kind of keep it. You've got to have a nice tight shirt, and then you take the bread loop thing, and then you put it down there, and then up in here, so you can just kind of walk sidearm.
All right, as long as you didn't just finish wrestling a long match in a chicken suit or something, I guess.
Well, no one would ever do that.
So now you mentioned violence. Well, that brings us to our next story. This is the. Come on, Smokey. What is happening?
Smokey's doing an excellent job, by the way.
Smokey.
See, he kept it up there again. It's been up there.
The worst thing of the week, which this is like the first thing, but just worse.
But
are you seeing it and I'm not?
Yes, you will. I am seeing it. If I have to, I guess it's just on your end, Whitey. You've got to get off stealing other people's internet Wi-Fi.
Well, they need to get better internet. That's what they need to do.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
So you're seeing something right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing the restaurant worker arrested after. Okay, well, do you want me to read at least the headline so you can
read the headline here?
All right, restaurant worker arrest after grease thrown on customer.
So my understanding is I heard this story on the radio one morning.
Okay.
Damn Arby's manager in Hueytown, which ain't that far from Alabama over here where we're at.
Yeah.
Got into an altercation over service in the drive-through window of the Arby's, and they flung hot grease on his customer through the drive-through window at the Arby's, which I ain't no expert on this positivity business, but I'm positive that's not appropriate.
Well, their effort was upbeat, though. Let's just say that. How about that? I've worked the fast food restaurant industry, and before I was upbeat, now there is no way. But
oh yeah, you could. I mean, can't nobody stay upbeat working at a fast food restaurant.
I hate to actually be the sad sack in this situation, but I actually agree with you. There is no way. So I get it. Yeah, good for those people. I guess it could have been worse somehow.
I mean, the fact it was the managers what surprised me. If it had been one of these, $8 an hour, jobbers,
yeah,
fair enough. But the damn man, what did you say to the manager to get
I was about to say
grease at you?
It doesn't take much because as a manager, you would be. I remember as a manager, I definitely wasn't upbeat and had a short fuse, so I'm sure I've wanted to do it, but.
There was plenty of hot grease you could have threw at the place she was at too. We won't say where it was.
They don't sponsor us, though. They can stay upbeat with themselves somewhere else.
Whoa, they can go.
They can go eat.
All right, let's not kill your gimmick. We're only 9 minutes into this thing. You're already off the rails.
I didn't know this was an interview. I didn't know this was
not an interview. We interact. That's what a co-host does.
I'm sorry. It
ain't just me sitting here talking about news stories while you sit in the background.
I'm being about as upbeat about these poor situations as I can be. Yeah.
Well, here's something you'll be upbeat about. There's a big wrestling event coming up, and I'm upset that I'm not involved with it because this is my kind of thing. I think this is going to be a heck of a show. I think you're probably going to want to get tickets to it. So everybody check this out right now. Coming next Thursday.
This Thursday at noon, come out to the Butt County, Kentucky Convention Center for Wrestle Show 4. If you are a true wrestling fan, then you definitely need to come out for the biggest night in professional wrestling. Meet and greet with local referees. Buy action figures out of a tote from some dude in the parking lot. Snap a pic with the spare turnbuckle pad from a WWF 1987 house show for $20. Plus, see all of your local favorites in action like the Penultimate Warrior, the Canadian Nightmare Renee Riso, Big Dave, the rock star Kevin Miami, Bigger Dave, Rhinestone Cowboy Brick Dickens, Biggest Dave, Keith, and Mr. Charisma, Robert Morton.
Hey everyone, Mr. Charisma, Robert Morton here. Come on down to the Butt County Convention Center this Thursday to see me take on Big Dave in a Fans Bring the Weapons match. Be there.
Special note, do not bring guns, knives, katana, swords, brass knuckles, cattle prods, live animals, or children to the Fans Bring the Weapons match. And make sure you get there early for our Wrestle Show 4 meet and greet, including members of the NWO, except Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, X-Pac, The Giant, Eric Bischoff, Dennis Rodman, Scott Steiner, and more. But you know Horace Hogan will be there. Tickets are $30 a piece through PayPal or 3 for $100. Bring a replica championship belt and you'll be admitted for free into the live podcast recording of 3 white dudes discussing diversity in pro wrestling. Order today.
Boy, what you think about that, Zanders?
They had 3 other shows. That was the first thing that popped up in my head. I mean, I'm happy they've made it through 4 of these, but I don't know. It's clever. Clearly, old Charisma had me wanting to go. When are we going? Are we the? Wait, Nico. Is Scott doing it with us? Is me and Gene Jackson going? I mean, you think Smokey would like pay for us a trip to go to that? Whitey, I would let you, if you came in with a good mindset, I'd let you ride with us.
Well, I might take you up on that because I mean, I'd kind of like to go meet Horace Hogan. He's only going to be there from 1 to 1:15 though, so we got to get there early if we're going to get a picture with old Horace.
I've had to drive a lot further to take a lesser picture with lesser stars. And been there before 1 o'clock, so
there you go.
Old Horace Hogan. I'm excited for it.
I'm guessing Noah Tall probably had something to do with that, or Kevin Brandon won, if I had to guess.
If it was Kevin Brandon, never mind. For everything I said, don't add
the next segment,
bots.
According to Smokey here, this is going to be a segment we call #Wrasslin. This is going to be where I show an awesome wrestling clip to show everybody. And this week, we even got a boom. Look at that.
Look at there.
Wrestling.
Professional.
Exactly how you spell it. And so I got a clip. I thought it was timely because last week, everybody was sharing that video where damn Jackson interviewed that David Cox feller, right?
Yeah.
And so in that video, which was, I think was like 7-8 years ago when they recorded that.
Long time ago.
He said that he thought he wasn't going to wrestle about another 4 or 5 years. But I got a video from like last weekend.
What?
Where he's up there wrestling in Tennessee. We're not going to watch the whole match.
Please.
Obviously, because I mean,
Tom
I'm sure it's a wrestling clinic. But we're just going to take a look at a couple things. I want you to see how great his selling is here at the end of this clip.
Excited.
When he's kind of working like the Undertaker, where they hit him with stuff and he just keeps walking like nothing happened. But check this out and enjoy.
Oh, David! Hey, Judo and Cox really going at it. Oh, man. Oh,
What about that, boy? Old Cox, he really is hard to beat, man. They was whacking him and didn't phase him. He just kept walking along because he's a tough old son of a bitch.
Whacking him was probably not the best way to say that, Whitey. Just for future reference.
What do you got against whacking Cox? that I've heard. Anyway.
Yeah, that's
So-
you obviously listened to the interview that Whitey Jenkins or that Gene Jackson did with Tyrese Murphy. So,
I try not to watch anything Gene Jackson does.
It's tough. It's sometimes I must say. I'm trying to be upbeat about this, but it's
Who's Tyrese Murphy?
It's a pro wrestler from, I believe he's from Gadsden,
From Gadsden.
Alabama. Yes, a
Well,
local. He's a rock star, but likes Tech 9. It's a long story. Just go watch our stuff, Whitey. Tonight, go get on YouTube and just watch it.
all right. I reckon I'll watch it since you asked me to.
Thank you. You've done a lot of homework tonight, Whitey. I really appreciate all the effort.
Smokey's been on my ass all week about this
Man.
stuff. I mean, there must be some big money at stake because he's been on me.
We're trying. I'm excited. This is super positive. I've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Now, did you want me to see about getting the Violent Gentlemen's booked on that show up in Tennessee? I seen your buddy Steven Styles was in that video.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Have another? That was him swinging the chair. Old David.
That old David didn't even feel it. Yeah.
I'll get back to you off air.
We'll discuss it off air.
Yeah.
Like that's not. We don't need to drag this in the mud. No. Yeah.
That's fair. All right. Well, right now, Smokey is telling me in my headset, and I'm sure you too, since you're a junior producer or whatever, you're a producer in training. You're Is that what's happening here? Is like he's training you to be like the replacement producer on some of these other podcasts? Is that what's?
He's just kind of looking. I hope so, because I know poor Smokey's worked to the bone. He works twice as hard as anybody.
Well, I mean, he's only sleeping like 18 hours a day now, so he's really.
He's been really. I mean, I know how quick he is on the damn keyboard, so I guess he can do all this editing and stuff in his 4 hours that he's awake or 6 hours that he's awake.
Getting paid, let's go right now to our commercial break, and when we come back from the commercial break, we got a new game. I know y'all play games on that Cheap Heat deal. Well, we have an actual game, and my best friend. Shout out to my best friend Shane Mako, by the way.
Hey, Shane-o.
Shane would love these because you're actually going to be able to determine if you win or lose, even though you're only going to be competing with yourself. But it's going to be real clear once it's over whether you won or whether you lost.
I have a feeling, knowing you, Whitey Jenkins, I'm going to be losing. So let's go to commercial.
That's not upbeat, man. You got to stay positive. Let's take a commercial break, and we'll find out on the other side.
Bye, guys.
Are you looking to have a good time? Well, head on down to Happy Hour Comedy Club and Restaurant in Anniston, Alabama. Shoot you some pool, play you some darts, or head on over to the bar, get you a cold beer or one of them fancy cocktail drinks. They got all that. You hungry? We'll get you one of the best pizzas in Anniston or anything else off the menu. They got burgers, tacos, chicken wings, anything you want. Every Thursday night, they got open mic comedy and karaoke, and live comedy every Friday and Saturday night with some of the top comedians from across the United States. Go to happyhourcomedyclub.com for more information and tell them Whitey Jenkins sent you.
Hey guys, this is Wolfie D from PG-13. Check out my podcast, Live and in Color with Wolfie D, every Monday at noon. We're talking Memphis, we're talking ECW, WCW, WWF, everywhere that I've been. We even have some great guests, some Hall of Famers on the show with us. Every Monday at noon, Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
You like barbecue? Well, of course you do, unless you're some kind of weirdo or wasn't raised right. So if you want to get some of the best barbecue around, check out P3 Barbecue. Our buddy David Estes does it up right, and he'll be glad to cater to your next event or just send you some of his award-winning sauce right there to your own doorstep. Go over and check them out on the Facebooks at facebook.com/P3 Barbecue or give old David a call at 901-679-3452 and tell him Whitey Jenkins sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling, the podcast that's based on the old school, but can still help you find the good stuff from today. Dangerous Dan Colley, the Professor Jimmy Street, and the Plastic Sheik Jared are the undisputed six-man tag team champions of the wrestling podcast world. From thought-provoking topics to superstar interviews to action figure expertise. This trio does it all, and all they ask is, give me back my pro wrestling! every other Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey,
I thought you and Mako and Jackson was the 6-man tag team champions of podcasting. Them guys calling y'all out. What's going on there?
oh, they don't want that. They don't want that. I'm gonna be positive and just bow out. They can be whatever they want to be. They can have all their. We've got way better monikers, but this is not about us and Cheapy. I do appreciate how you've been really talking up Cheapy, and I appreciate all your support, Whitey.
Well,
It's a lot to us. We
Smokey said maybe if I mention y'all on my podcast, that maybe y'all will finally mention mine on y'all's.
Well, but I've been kind
Ordering.
of. This is Zanders of the past. So Zanders of the past kind of was pretty upset with you there, Whitey. I mean, I'm completely turning you page and just not that guy. But until I had a realization, you kind of got me maybe a little upset that you cost me a match in Mississippi, and I don't know how much.
Are you still talking about that? Look. You was up on the top rope, and there was a wasp on you about to sting you, and I reached up there with my cane to knock it off of you. And I mean, I'm sorry that you failed and lost the match. I didn't know.
Look, I just want to say this then, not knowing. We've got to talk more like this. I'll give you my phone number in the private chat. You can just call me whenever, or send me a letter, or however you contact people.
I got a burner phone.
Okay, well, you could. I'll give you my Snapchat. I don't
do Snapchat. I am on TikTok though.
Okay, I'll get your TikTok.
I know you partners on. I don't know if you're on there, but I know your damn partners on there.
I don't
go there.
I don't do TikToks. Maybe I need to start. I'll start.
You probably don't.
Okay.
Well, we got to get get this game on the road here. No,
I'm sorry.
No offense. I'm just. Hopefully, I can see this. Here we go.
Oh, wow!
See it? I can't see it, but you can see it.
That's
what
a
does
picture.
Anders know? Is that what's up there right now?
That's unfortunately what's up there.
I don't know what's happening on my end.
The poor picture you chose was flattering. I appreciate it. I look very.
So what this is going to be? It's going to be a game each week where we're going to see what you know about certain things. So this week it's what do you know about 80s WWF wrestlers? Okay. Next week it might be 90s comedians or some shit. Who knows? But anyway.
Baseball?
Number one. No. I wouldn't even know what to ask. And I'm not knocking you if you lose this game, because if you ask me, what does Whitey know about baseball? Squat. All right. Picture number one. Who is this?
Pass. I have no idea. I don't even want to make a guess at these.
Guess.
Whitey.
You got to guess.
Whitey. Triple H.
Look how disappointed Scott Morgan was in you.
He looked like poor Smokey.
He did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's the first one. That's Bruno Sammartino, one of the most famous world champions in all time.
That was my second guess.
Triple H.
He looks like it in the face.
Man. Number two.
I'm gonna hit none of these, Rod. Oh, dude, come on. Pass.
Got him. Just guess.
King Kong Bundy. You're
1-1 now.
You're never going to see that picture, that correct picture again. That's a good picture. Shout out to Skinny Chris Hero there.
I'm sure he's proud we're showing that. Nothing else. There's no way. If you almost passed on King Kong, goddamn Bundy, and guessed Triple H on Bruno, there's no way you're gonna get this one. We're gonna show it anyway.
Perfect. Paulie.
Judges.
I was pretty sure he did like a Sting gimmick earlier.
That is luscious Johnny Valiant. Jimmy Valiant.
Was he close to Paulie at any point?
Well, Paul Lee probably stole his gimmick too. But, all right, this one, you got to get this one. If you don't get this one, we're just shutting the show down.
Coco Beware.
Oh, look at there.
Whitey, I
All right.
appreciate you not trying to burn me on all of them. I should have known the Bruno one.
So once you didn't know Bruno, I thought this was going to hell in a handbasket, to be honest with you. All right, so you're 2-2. You got 2 wrong, 2 right.
Oh wait,
this
is
so
still
number
going.
5 is the tiebreaker.
Oh man, this is still
Playing
going.
this. People don't think this is a work the way it came out, but this is 100%
It's
legit.
not
I
a
promise
work.
you. But I don't feel good about this being the tiebreaker.
Wahoo McDaniel.
Judges.
It's super
That
unfair.
is Chief J. Strongbow, as mentioned in the Adam Sandler movie Big Daddy. If you remember that one.
No, definitely not.
You never saw that movie?
No.
God.
And I've even seen Wahoo McDaniel wrestle, but I've just never really paid. I've watched his style and I watched old stuff like that, but not a lot of it. It's not my bag.
I just knew it was some old Indian, so.
He had the name Wahoo.
How racist. Anyway.
That's not racist.
So our last segment is a segment called News to Us. So this is where we talk about a different news story each week. Sometimes it'll be wrestling, sometimes it won't. But this week it is, because the news story broke this week that 73-year-old Ric Flair is going to have one last final match this July in Nashville as a part of StarCast weekend, which is taking place on SummerSlam weekend, which is also, SummerSlams happen at the damn stadium in Nashville, which is kind of crazy. But so they're having a StarCast that weekend. Ric Flair is going to be in a match. Rumor has it it's going to be like a 6-man tag. It's rumored to be Flair and Revival, or FTRs, whatever they are, against the Rock and Roll Express. And everybody was saying Ricky the Dragon and Steamboat, but Steamboat came out yesterday and said, hell no, I'm not ruining my legacy like that. I want everybody to remember my match I had with Chris Jericho when I was 69 years old at Backlash. So we don't know who the opponent's going to be, but Zanders, I know you're being upbeat, but let's see how upbeat you can be talking about a 73-year-old Ric Flair after having nearly dying a couple years back and allegedly having a pacemaker. I don't know if that's true or not, coming back to the ring.
I'm excited for him. That's going to be that's hopefully going to be a milestone in his life that he gets closure with. I don't, it's like these old coaches in football. I know you know so much about college football coaches, but they say they're going to not do it, and then they do it again. It's the thrill of the environment. It's really tough to retire in this business. Good luck. Good luck, Mr. Flair. I mean, he's a legend, obviously. He's what everybody aspires to be.
I got an idea.
Okay.
6-man tag. That's what they said, right? Ric Flair.
Yeah.
The Revivals against the Violent Gentlemen, Scott Morgan, Shane Mako, and Upbeat Zanders. What?
I love Rock and Roll Express. They're a great tag team. They paved the way, but man, I've seen some of their stuff, and I'm trying to be upbeat, so I'm not going to talk about how their Canadian destroyers are terrifyingly rough. But get him in there. Get Ric Flair somebody he doesn't have to do a Canadian destroyer with, ladies and gentlemen. Make the right call. We'll teach him some positivity.
So
that'll be fun.
Maybe we can start a what do you call them when you like the thing I started on Gross Joey?
Petition.
A petition.
Like a petition, yeah.
We start a petition and send it to Conrad Thompson, because that's his outfit doing this
Absolutely.
thing.
Yeah.
To get the Violent Gentlemen in there against Ric Flair and the FTRs in Nashville.
That's
so,
right.
I mean, what a great match that would be. I mean,
yeah.
And we know y'all are willing to do the JOB. I mean, anybody that's ever watched EPW or any other, what was that thing at the mall? I mean, y'all used to.
Yeah,
y'all spent more time on your back at the mall than the local hookers over here in Gadsden. So I mean, I'm just saying y'all would do the right thing. Y'all are willing to do business. That's all. I mean, I'm not being down.
Whitey, this is one thing. No, it's okay. I understand. Everything's positive. That's the big thing about positivity. Like, once you get in that mindset, it's not going to be anything negative. You're not going to have the opportunity. Whitey, it's positive that you set that in the atmosphere. I like that. That's a petition's a great way to show you could be disgusted, like you could be unhappy, but just always be upbeat about it. Be progressive. That way your unhappiness doesn't sit but just a few seconds. So Whitey, whatever harebrained schemes you could think of to get us a great match and to retire a legend, go for it, buddy. I'm all for it. This is great.
I mean, if we can't get in on the Nashville deal, I mean, you think Dirty could get him down there to OWOs or something, or?
I'm sure Dirty would probably do that for the Violent Gentleman because Dirty's a stand-up man and has with Gene that ensures Gene Jackson is going to be there. It's because Gene Jackson is their longest running champion ever. He's a legend over there in Mississippi.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to stick him in their Hall of Fame this year at the anniversary show.
I want to.
They couldn't, honestly.
My new positivity is kind of not allowing me to do a lot of my grievances that I'm upset about, but I'm trying to push past them. I'm trying to get past them, Whitey, and how are we not in more Hall of Fames? Because Gene's done so much for the business, and I feel like my positivity alone just recently has done enough for me to be in at least 2 or 3 Hall of Fames.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Lord knows if there's an Outlaw Wrestling Hall of Fame, I better be the first one in it.
You showed us
you might could put Mickey Henry in there first, but I should come right after him.
It's a toss-up, Whitey. It's such a – I get it, Mickey Henry's a legend, but, just being in Mississippi, the stories I heard about you, Whitey, it's crazy. It's crazy some of the stuff you were able to pull off. You were able to pull off 500 people in a barn. That's crazy, buddy. I'm proud of you. I think I'm here to promote you. I don't want us to seem at odds because that's not positive. I want to be friends here, Whitey. If I could fist bump you right here, God, that'd be so cool. Come on, Whitey. Come on, Whitey. Oh, dude. I see, ladies and gentlemen, I've got Whitey Jenkins fist bumping me over here. I'm excited about this.
Hey, that's like that pose everybody does on the pictures.
That's positively.
See, I didn't know you could do a fist bump through the
crazy,
whatever this is we're on here. That's
technology,
pretty fancy damn technology. All right, well, before we go, take a look at this.
Ooh.
All my social media and such. You can get on WhiteyJenkins.com. Of course, I share a YouTube with this gentleman here and all the other violent gentlemen at youtube.com/cheapheattvs. On Twitter, it's twitter.com/WhiteyJenkins. And then Facebook is facebook.com Whitey Jenkins Comedy. Same for Instagram. And since Zanders is here, let's go ahead and plug the old Cheap Heat social medias there. They got Instagram, they got Facebook, Twitter, and of course YouTube. We're all on the YouTube there. So, and we're on here right now, as a matter of fact. Hey, and one more thing before we go. If you want to bring the Whitey Jenkins Outlaw Wrestling Academy seminar to your show, or if you want to come to my wrestling school as soon as I find somewhere to have it, it's only $900 cash money, and look at all the stuff you learn, all that, and much more. So
it's a lot. Gigging something a lot of people need to get.
People need to work on that.
Blood is not exactly the most positive thing, Whitey. So
it's wrestling.
We could teach them how to use that fake blood. Have you seen that fake blood stuff, Whitey?
We've been doing really good, man. Don't get me sideways right here at the end talking about fake blood. All right, we're not. Come on, we're better than that. You think you're gonna get in the ring with Ric Flair in Nashville using fake blood?
I mean, he's gonna use real blood, and I'm gonna be.
Hell yeah!
It's terrifying.
Ric Flair will get busted open during intermission, taking pictures with folks.
Selling gimmicks.
Okay? Yeah. And it ain't gonna be fake blood, by God.
I would just suggest
folks,
it. I'm sorry.
That's it for the first episode of the new season of the new Whitey Jenkins Show. I want to thank my co-host, Upbeat Zanders.
Hey.
I came into this thinking that I wasn't going to buy into all this positivity stuff. I don't know. You're making some sense.
Hop on aboard, Whitey. Hop on. You know what you're going to hop on the board of? Oh, the Zandwagon. Hop on board. We're going to go for a ride.
I'm not completely sold, but, you got next week to sell me on it. And speaking of next week, we're going to play another game. I think you're going to like this game better than you like the old What Does Anders Know? Although we'll be playing more of that in the future. But next week, we're going to be playing a little game called porn star or wrestler. And what that is, I'm going to read off some names, and then you got to tell me whether they're either a porn star or a wrestler. And let me tell you, it's a lot harder than you think it's going to be, all right?
No pictures? No pictures?
No pictures, just names.
Wow.
Well, even that would probably be questionable, but right now we're just doing names. And then if that's too hard, then maybe we'll have to include pictures. But even then, I don't know that would make it easier, just to be honest.
Whitey, I'm petrified of how prepared you are. Whitey Jenkins, who is prepared, we'll work on the sober thing, but preparation is a big part of positivity. Like, that's basically right. The same word. So good job, Whitey. I'm proud of you today. Next week.
Thank you. Like I say, it's a lot of Smokey, the producer, hounding me, but hey, whatever gets it done, right?
It's pride.
All right. Well, we went a little over on time, but I think we had a pretty good show. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you here next week for another edition of the Whitey Jenkins Show with Upbeat Zanders.